Another question that we get asked all the time: how do you import data into HubSpot? I'm glad you asked. Okay, so what we do is we go over here to import. This will be really short, I promise you. So two things. One, we can sync data between applications. So think about it this way. You enter in a contact into Excel, and if it's a business contact, you want to update that contact's record in HubSpot if it's slightly different, or if it's brand new. So Outlook or Gmail to HubSpot. If something changes in HubSpot, probably want that back over in Outlook and Gmail, don't you? So that's the sync. That's cool, and it happens through something called the Ops Hub. It's brand new. Competition doesn't have anything like it. So you want to keep those things in sync. Now, not only can we do that with Outlook and Gmail, but we can do it with other applications as well. Just depends on your pricing level. Okay, now, importing data. So check this out. You will give us a file from your computer in this format, CSV, XLS, or XLSX. Now, those files, or ideally file, will contain information on your contacts, companies, deals, tickets, and maybe products, but unlikely for economic developers. One file or multiple? We'll just go with one. From here, one record, contacts, or multiple companies, contacts, deals, so on, right? So we would check the appropriate boxes. The deal, by the way, is a project if you haven't caught that yet. Notes and tickets. Very cool. So now we go choose our file, which I don't have one here, but if I did, we would choose the Excel file. Now, Melanie on our team always does the imports. She's a whiz with Excel. She will help coach you in terms of how to clean up your data. Sometimes she'll do it for you, and sometimes, not every time, but you got to provide us with clean data. Once we get that, we hit upload, and then the data comes roaring into HubSpot, and we'll double check it and make sure everything's good. We import data all the time from Executive Pulse, Microsoft Dynamics, Salesforce, Excel, things like that. After that, while that's happening, HubSpot also looks for other data. So remember, when HubSpot creates a company record, we import new data, so automatically. And that happens every time that you create a company record. So if we go to companies, I'll show you how this is done. And I'm looking at a bottle of Hint water. So we're going to do hint.com as the website. Apparently that's registered to Hint Health. And we'll put them in as a new industry prospect. Watch this. New companies created, and we know that they're, well, that's interesting. It's not the water company. Health and hospital and healthcare, revenue, employees, description. If they had raised money through a Series A, B, or C round, or D round, I guess, that would show up, just the total. Phone, address, San Francisco, and then down here we find them on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Trying to think if there's anything else that gets updated. Nope, that's it. But imagine having all that data populated and pulled in from HubSpot. Now everybody always asks, where do they get it? I know one source is LinkedIn, but they have multiple sources, probably Crunchbase and a couple others. But that right there is how we import data. Cool thing about that, anytime someone says, what kind of companies do we have in our territory? Well, you could run a report to break them out by industry sector, sales, number of employees. You'll know. You'll just know. So there you go. That's how we import data in HubSpot.